Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy holidays, and welcome to the annual Hooper Party, a very classic. With me, I have two of my guests tonight.
Dr. McMurphy and South Boston Jeff.
How are we doing? And they're going to, all three of us will be telling you a little bit about the stunts and the drama that made this movie what it is, because that's what we enjoy in this very classical Hooper party that we're having right now. It's what made what it is, from, like I said, from the stunts, the drama, the way he meets the people, just the whole thing put together, as I will explain to you as we go along in this very classic. So without further delay, we give you Hooper.
Well, just
okay.
Before we go into the film, I mean, one thing I have to say about you, Quincy, you speak with German precision.
Right.
And that's a compliment. What isn't a compliment is this rat sandwich you've got sitting here. What in the name of, what were you eating?
Well, that's a classic. You know, it's
Jeff, you got a load of this?
Well, that's called a steak tip sandwich from one of our very classic restaurants.
It looks like there's a torn up Chinese fortune in there. Am I right?
Well, there's no Chinese fortune. It's just a sandwich that, you know, like all the entertainers, snack on with chips, milk, pretzels, just like anyone else.
Just like a night at the old cinema. I've got me Raisinets. Jeff's got some Wonka bars and some gummies.
Yes, I got some of these nutty Star Wars. I mean, these edible weed gummies.
I was just going to say, are they really?
Fantastic. Fantastic Wonka bar. You can't go wrong with this.
Now, is that a scrumdiddlyumptious or is that just a general Wonka bar?
It's a general white chocolate crunch.
White chocolate.
Here we go.
It's going to be...
Germany is
going to be delicious and make me feel magical.
Oh,
I mean, I'd feel even more magical. I thought this was a party to celebrate the career of Matt Hooper from the Oceanographic Institute in the movie Jaws. But it's the Burt Reynolds classic, and I'm glad to be here to commentate on this because I've met a few cast members in my life, so I can't wait to get this underway. This is going to be a good time.
And just to you know, one on that side note there about Jaws, Jaws 2 was released the same year as this film.
That's correct.
In addition, Grease, Saturday Night Fever, Close Encounters, The Deer Hunter, and Animal House.
That's correct. All the golden classics.
But we're watching Hooper.
Tonight, it's about Hooper.
Right.
But we can get into those classics as time goes on.
The 1978 classic. How old were you in 1978? About 13?
Just about, yeah.
Oh, 13? How about you, Jeff? You probably...
I was 6.
6? I was 13 on the nose in 1978.
When this movie came out, I had to say, it's a tough call, because in those times, Burt's classics, Smokey and the Band Hooper, it was in the same time frame, and I grew up with all these classics. Tonight, this is a very special, because I grew up as a result as a Burt Reynolds fan. You know, with Sally Field, and
Well, there's a lot of people in this film. Adam West is in it.
That's right.
Batman, right?
Batman, Adam West.
Brian Keith, Jocko. Who's Brian Keith? What's he famous for, Brian Keith?
Well, I'll have to say Uncle Bill.
That's right, on the famous show. Jeff, what was the show?
You got me.
Family Affair. Buffy and Jody and Uncle Bill.
Oh, it's kind of before my time, even though we did have a Mrs. Beasley doll.
He played in
it belonged to my sister, but
dozens of roles. But for me, I'll have to say it was Jocko. You know, it was my all-time favorite.
Really? More so? Okay. Well, you know, to each his own. We all appreciate the film on different levels.
Wow.
There's a lot of people in this film. One of the guys I wanted to mention was John Morley, who was in The Godfather. He played Jack Waltz in The Godfather.
There you go.
And his famous line in The Godfather was, "And let me be even more frank." You know what he meant by that, right?
I probably do. It's been a while since I've seen
Sinatra, the biggest wig of all.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, well, obviously we're going to take a walk down memory lane to the year 1978 here with the Burt Reynolds classic Hooper, Quincy's pick for the night. Sit back and relax. We're going to get the movie underway. I've got my Raisinets. Jeff's got his Wonkas and his gummies, and Quincy's got his steak sandwich, cough drops, and pretzels. A match made in heaven. So here we go. 1978's classic Hooper. Wait. Oh, this is important here. We can't, it's all legal. Piracy is not a victimless crime. Jeff,
Don't tell that
No.
to Captain Jack or David Forktongue.
And here's, ladies and gentlemen, where he puts on his equipment. We will walk you through the details.
Oh, you're jumping ahead.
Well, no, I'm not really.
Ah, turquoise jewelry.
This is what every stuntman does to get ready for a stunt, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's got a right healing scar there. Looks on his left ventricle of the knee knob.
Yeah.
You know what they call that? They call that an ace bandage. You forget I was a doctor, didn't you?
Well, he's done many stunts. As you'll see, he's going
There's
to go
Jeff's
to the
pal.
doctor.
Jim Michael
I will
Vincent,
get more into that as he goes.
My pal. Who's Sally Field?
What was Sally Field's famous line at the Oscars, Jeff?
I guess it seems like you like me. You really, really like me. Isn't that how it went?
Now, who are they showing getting dressed here? This isn't Ned Beatty. Oh, no, this is another film.
Hey, James Best. Isn't he, Sheriff Roscoe Pete Coltrane? Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And the football player Terry Bradshaw. I forgot he's in this. I believe his credited character is called the Brawler. I think Robert Klein, who plays Roger in the film, was a takeoff of Bogdanovich, Peter Bogdanovich, they say.
Is that right?
Tammy Wynette. Did you know that, Jeff? Tammy Wynette sings that song.
Oh, yeah?
I'm well aware of the talent, but it just, I mean, this movie is so good, like not all the aspects of you just forget about.
That's true. Interesting opening scenario. He always seems to have a can of Coors in his movies. You ever notice that? Excuse you. You all right? Told
Here's
you
what I
that
get a kick out.
that
There's
steak
two
and milk is a bad
watches.
combination.
There's a drink.
Ah, the Breakfast of Champions. Oh, I see. You were drinking when he was drinking.
That's the whole idea.
I like that. And with that,
Now he puts on his helmet, ladies and gentlemen. Gets ready for his first stunt.
I could actually go for a can of Coors right now. Hal Needham, the great stuntman.
I'm
And
just
take a look at this
realizing
very
now.
special bike
I'm just
that he does
realizing.
for this stunt.
Go ahead, Jeff. What do you got?
I'm just
Do not
realizing.
try this
now-
at home.
Go ahead.
Just realizing now how Burt's outfit is much like the bride's outfit in the Kill Bill movies.
Which was
the
an
leather.
homage to the great Bruce Lee.
And here's Roger. 6'3", Louie.
That's a Rolls Royce.
Good looking car.
And the beautiful baby. Yeah, he looks like a right muffin. Texas Rangers hat. Let's hear it.
6'3", Louie. Action.
The spy who laughed at danger. Now that short fellow there, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember now. Now look
As
at
you
that.
see, ladies and gentlemen, that's a very special, complicated stunt.
Now, is that a stunt, or in the industry, don't they call them gags?
Yes. Gags. Again, do not try this at home.
Look at that, not a care in the world.
Because he knows what he's doing. He's trained.
Ah, there's Roscoe.
There he is.
Suzuki, I guess that's a dirt bike.
Oh, dear. Now, look at that. That's a stuntman's job.
Yes, it is.
The star has the two ladies, and he has to now walk off and
Well,
take his painkillers.
Well, as you can see, he's going to take that right now. Is what the stuntman does.
Now, for everybody watching at home, the gentleman on the left is none other than Adam West, Batman.
That's right.
And Jeff identified the gentleman on the right.
We have Adam West and James Best. Best and West.
Best of the West.
You know, when I met Adam West, I couldn't help but compliment him on his film, The Best Little Whorehouse in Paris. He was like, whoa, I'm glad somebody appreciated it.
Gotta take his perks.
Well, there we go. Quincy.
Those are called perks.
Now, all the things you say, don't try this at home, but you didn't say anything when he popped a pill.
Well, that includes only stuntman can take perks, and this is the first thing he
Well,
takes.
that's not really legitimate medical advice. So
Yeah.
just,
I mean, what about Underdog? Underdog was a
he was a pill.
popper.
He was a pill head.
You have to get prescribed to take these things.
Now, this is the guy right here who woke up with the horse's head in his bed in The Godfather. Really shot his mouth off, and that didn't work out for him well at all.
I guess not.
I'm returning to New York. Mr. Corleone insists on hearing bad news immediately. Uh-oh. The results of drugs. Look at that. It's almost miraculous, really.
Now look at this nice house, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
was just going to say that. He does live in a very nice house.
Along with that truck. Now you'll meet his horse, Dancer.
Not Prancer?
Nope.
Or Vixen.
Otherwise known as a ranch.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Look at, oh, geez. What do you think about that, Jeff, huh?
I'll talk more about this actor later on.
Very nice. This is a post-flying nun, Sally, isn't it?
Oh, I've never seen a horse drink a beer. I didn't remember that.
That's one of the classics about this.
That is definitely post-flying nun. Sister Betril, wasn't it? Patril or
I
Betril?
believe so.
I'll tell you more about a little bit about one of my other favorite roles later.
Well, you can tell us anytime you want. Why are you saving all your good stuff for later?
Okay, I loved her as the frog as well as Gwen.
Look at that. Jeez, did you see that?
She did have a hell of an ass.
She really did. I was just going to say, in London, we call that a very nice bottom.
She played a lot of roles for me, Gwen, and the frog.
In Smokey and the Bandit.
That's correct.
Look at she's so tiny. She just sits on that table as if she was an ashtray. My Lord. I don't know about you, Jeff, but those shorts are kind of stealing the scene.
They really are. I was kind of considering licking that table when she got up.
Well, there you go, folks. Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
You know what they call that, Quincy?
Kissing, don't they?
Well, not yet. Sultry. She's very sultry. That's what I would call her.
Oh,
Then again, I'm a doctor. Well, all's well that ends well.
It's getting settled in.
He could put her in his pocket. He really could.
I wouldn't mind those frog legs wrapped around me.
She's the tiniest little thing. She's a wisp. He could wear her. He could walk around all day like that. Okay.
Now, here's a very special stunt. With a dog.
And we've got some of your classic lines coming up, Quincy. So pay attention, elaborate, embellish.
He always is the bad guy who gets it in the end. He's out there stopping horses or falling off a train. He never won a gunfight, squabble or a brawl. For being such a loser, Hooper's really got it all. You can toss him, blast him, flip him and turn him, shoot him, hang him, bury him, burn him. Chances are Hooper's back for more. Run him out, cross the ground, take a truck, run him down. He ain't easy, he's up and gone. You can hit him, kick him, gently abuse him, set him on fire, we'll abuse him. Heaven knows he won't hold a grudge.
Yeah, sure.
He'll look you in the eye and tell you with a smile there ain't nothing like the life of a Hollywood stuntman.
I should have done some more research on this particular scene. Now, this guy right here, he is a classic character actor, Jeff. You've seen him, right?
Which one?
The one who's playing the police officer. He's going to monitor the situation with the dog, making sure they don't use an actual dog. This guy right here. He's been in just about everything. I think he's even been in Love American Style.
Well, what was your favorite role in this? What the police officer?
Well, that's just it. He's the kind of actor who you've seen in a million shows, but you don't. He's what they call a character actor. Whereas Burt Reynolds is a star, right? Isn't that the term, character actor?
There's called actors and there's stunts.
That dog doesn't look quite the ticket at all.
No. There's a difference between like a dummy dog and a real dog, as you will see.
What's the first difference you notice between the dummy dog and the real dog?
Well, the dog just stays straight. You know, it does not move. Now, as you will see, the real, and look at how long the fur is on the real dog.
Because the more, that's a great line right there.
Climb on, kiss my ass.
Or as we say in England, kiss my ass. See, he gets no respect on the movie set whatsoever.
Of course not.
Mr. Wonderful, and he doesn't mean it when he's saying that.
Oh, come on. He's a stuntman, and he's very demanding. Now, watch his favorite line. Wait a minute, back it up.
Listen closely now, folks. He sounds like the guy in the booth.
Yeah, right? Come here, Pooch.
Now, there's going to be a lot of trouble for using the live dog in this. We know that's coming, right?
Well, we're going to find out. Watch. The police officer's going to come in.
Ah. Here we go.
Airbag.
And now that was really Burt Reynolds doing the stunt, too.
Yes, it is.
He did a lot of his own stunts, especially in
Made him
Deliverance.
stunt dog. Now, watch now.
He's not all right.
He's going to go down. He's going to get treatment. He's going to
Uh-oh, see?
do xylocaine.
I think this guy's been in everything from Love American Style, Bewitched, to The Love Boat.
Of course.
I do believe I've seen Rob Zombie even use him in a few movies.
That's great.
The gentleman that
He's great. We got to find out who he is.
I think he played Roscoe, didn't he?
Oh, see. Look at this sneak. See him hide behind his boss?
Right?
Floor
Well,
director Dave used to do that back in the old
That's
days.
what makes this movie everything. Is xylocaine?
Shot in the ass, as they say. You know how many of those I've done in my life?
How many?
More than you can count. I've
Yeah.
inoculated everyone on this show. I've seen you all naked.
Well, you have to get prescribed xylocaine before you can do that.
It's people that shoot with.
Yeah, it's a
people that
painkiller.
it's people that shoot themselves with a needle that you got to look out for.
That's
these
right.
days.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to. Look at that, Buddy Joe Hooker. Is that? Oh,
Jimmy Stewart?
Jimmy Stewart. I can.
I'll do Jimmy Stewart.
Who doesn't do Jimmy
Roy
Stewart?
Rogers.
Mary. Mary.
The little guy is Alfie Wise.
Alfie Wise. You're
Alfie
right,
Wise.
Quincy. That's who
The
the
little
midget
guy
is.
is Alfie Wise.
You know, if you look quick, doesn't it look like he's wearing a Cobra Kai patch on his jacket?
Yes, he does.
Cobra Kai, live or die. No mercy.
Give him a body bag.
Yeah. Have you watched the new series, Jeff?
I've caught 1 or 2 episodes.
Oh.
I wanna
Now, here's
catch
a very
more.
important
That line comes back to
clip
haunt
here,
that young
ladies and
man.
gentlemen. The little
is this
kid is going to come.
I'm going to tell you right now.
They're going to persuade him.
This little kid irritates me.
Why not?
Oh, he's terrible. He's a scene. He chews up the scene.
Well, I think it's very important. It's for the kids, ladies and gentlemen.
I know, yeah, but
I mean, you have to persuade. If they want to help the kids, they bring the kid on. Come on.
if I was sitting there with her drinking a beer and this little kid came over to me, I'd throw a pack of firecrackers.
Why?
He gets on my nerves.
It's for the kids.
So are the firecrackers.
Hooper and I have a lot in common. It's for the kids. Come
So
on
if
now.
somebody
Maybe
wanted
the
you to
who-
do
yeah,
something, they're
maybe
trying
the
to
owner of the store on Sesame
Yeah.
Street.
Well, come on.
Oh.
Watch.
see.
Oh,
See?
Kids don't act like that way. He's a ventriloquist dummy. He's not even real.
That's a real kid.
No way. He's a prop from HR Puff and stuff. Look at the way he moves. There's nothing real about him.
You don't think?
No, his hair is synthetic.
Come on.
Watch
That's a
him ham it
real-
up. Watch him ham it up here.
He looks up to the stuntman.
If I was the director in this movie, I'd yell, "Cut! Get it out of here!"
Come on.
Look, who? Yeah, see? Look at the teeth on him. His big chiclet teeth.
He looks up to him.
He must be related to somebody on in payroll because he.
See?
Oh, well. Get him off me! Get him off me! Get him off me!
It's called being a
honey,
good sport.
you got a Cobra
being a
Kai
good
patch, too.
entertainer. Come on.
Look, we don't agree on everything. Let's just agree to disagree on that part. Why would you buy a balloon at this event? Can you imagine kids today being forced to watch this, Jeff? First of all, you wouldn't even be allowed to shoot any of these Indians.
Why not? You go to a western town, you shoot.
well, maybe if you turn the guns into walkie-talkies.
Yeah, we all know who's done that. Look
You
at
gotta
this.
remember, this is old school.
Well,
Classic.
that's what we mean, you know. But look at the white slacks on that woman.
Now,
Here
here's
is Uncle
Uncle
Bill.
Bill.
Here he is. Oh, she's a school teacher.
Okay. Once upon a time, Hollywood was based on Burt Reynolds, Hall of Fame, the diner.
The diner scene was cut from this because they couldn't get The Exorcist to sign off on his release papers. The diner scene was cut. But Jeff, you were mentioning before the film that's out now, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes, Quentin Tarantino's story of his take on the Manson murders and everything. The 2 stars of that movie were actually based on this film. Brad Pitt's character was based on Burt Reynolds, and Leo DiCaprio's character was loosely based on Hal Needham, and also Bruce Lee had a part in the movie. Somebody acting as Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, yeah. I just picked up the Criterion collection of Bruce Lee. It's fantastic if you've got the chance. Here we go. Watch this move here. All style, All flash. Look at that.
Dancer and Burt. Dancer and Hooper.
You know what that move is?
What's that?
Suave. That's suave.
You have to be trained to do that. You have to
still
treat
don't
your
know
horse right.
Who would buy a balloon and hold it while they're watching this? It's
They
just-
tie the balloons onto the wrist.
But why would you want a balloon while you're doing this? Look, it's like after, it's just in the way.
Because kids like balloons.
How can they like balloons? Who likes balloons?
Kids.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, here's a very important stunt now.
Here comes Jeff's friend.
Ski. Now, this is very important.
It's the first time I've
See how
dug
they
into my
train to do a
Raisinets right
parachute? Open up the parachute. Very important, ladies and gentlemen. Bugger. Colorful chute comes down.
I think it would have been a bigger stunt if he didn't use the parachute.
Well, if you watch now, it is.
Uh-oh, did I speak too soon?
See?
Crikey!
He's going to go right down to the airbag. Halfway. See?
That's, whoa.
Okay, Jan Michaels. Give me that again.
Jeff, give us a little bit about your friend here, Jen.
Jan Michaels
Yeah,
got great
that's him.
start on.
Well, you see about
What was the name
him,
of that movie,
like,
ladies and gentlemen?
when I
Jeff's gonna tell you.
met when I met Jan Michael Vincent, I met him as a fan of the show Danger Island.
Danger
I loved
Island.
that show. Yeah, I loved that show Danger Island.
Hammerhead!
But so let me tell you a bit about me and his little confrontation about our meeting together. So I was happy to meet him as an actor and everything, and he hugs me and he's like,
Oh,
he was
that-
trying
that-
to tell me something.
that phase
but
of his
like
life.
but it like I guess I reminded him a bit of what he was when he when he was a young buck as an actor because he was terrifying to me.
Yeah.
Personally terrifying because he hugs me and he only has one leg and one arm and he like
One
and
eye, I think, too. at
one
that
eye,
point,
yeah.
Hammerhead?
And I didn't understand a word he was saying. I mean, he was just a creepy guy. Like,
Well, it's a
but-
shame, you know. It's the ravages of time and abuse. Because he's quite the strapping figure right here.
Well, he is, yeah. I enjoyed his work on Danger Island, and I like him in this. It's
But
just that
when he looked at you, that's what he saw, I think.
probably. Well, but can't diss him for having good taste, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's a very classical stunt here as they go around. Got to appreciate these stunts, ladies and gentlemen.
Stunts, yes. Balloons, no.
Kids love balloons.
Oh, kids. Everything with the kids.
These are little kids.
Nowadays, kids wouldn't even watch this. They'd think this was terrible.
This is not terrible.
No, it's not, but today's children would think so.
Not if you study the stunts and realize what goes into them.
Oh,
They're going to realize how much they put in, how much work they put in to help the kids.
all right, kids aside, Sonny just saved Ski's life right there. Don't you agree?
Right.
Uh-oh.
Again, the horse is trained.
He has this horse to train to do another trick that's coming up soon, if I remember correctly.
See? Watch.
Reminds me of the old Rex trailer. Remember him, Jeff?
Oh, of course.
You have to take care of the horses, treat them right, otherwise they won't.
More balloons. Look at there's the balloon budget on this film alone. Look at. Oh, here we go.
Is he jealous of the new stunt guy?
What did that horse just do, Quincy?
Caca in front of Ski's car.
I think he did it in his car, actually.
Now they're going to go to the very classical place
Oh, gee.
called the Palomino Club.
Now, is that, I'm learning something. Is that what happens when you scratch a horse on its neck? Does it shit?
You know, nothing would surprise me, Jeff, at this point.
I'm going to have to remember
I
that.
have a couple of patients who, well, we won't go there. Look at the Indian wearing the sunglasses, sipping the beer, the fire water. Oh boy, can't show this one.
Oh, I'm half Indian. I get the
Now
insult.
here's the classical theme.
I learn something every day, folks. Are you really half Indian?
Well, I'm about 30% Native American.
So Thanksgiving really just doesn't sit well with you,
You gotta
right?
remember now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the classical theme of the movie Hooper.
I appreciate the fire water,
There ain't
though.
nothing
There
like
you
the
go.
life of
Who
a Hollywood stuntman.
Now, this is my idea of a weekend right here. This is much more fun than that little kid or the balloons.
Well, they're trained to do this. And
This looks like a trip I took to Cape Cod once when I was 18.
and this theme is very classical.
Oh, geez. So this is where Footloose got this from. Footloose ripped off this movie. Okay. Wonder how many other movies ripped off this
Now
movie.
watch now. They're gonna do
She's
a very
dressed like she's
special
going to work. I can never understand.
stunt here with the truck. Watch.
I do.
Watch this, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the way to do it. Ah, the old days. No regard for the law.
Now here's one of my favorite scenes coming up, ladies and gentlemen. A police officer, good actor, is gonna come up. Watch this now. I love this scene. That makes it. Watch.
Steelers fan. That's what he gets.
The last time I seen a pickup truck drive that fast backwards was Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Ah. Is that Bittman's car?
Now
The
watch
Winnie Bagel?
this. This is a very classical scene coming up that makes this movie what it is. I love this scene.
Would you behave this way on a motorcycle?
Yeah, just take a look. Watch.
What would you say to him? That?
Yeah. It's still a law.
Backwards. That's quite the jacket he's got there.
Still a law.
Oh, boy.
Sign here, please.
Total disregard for the law. I just got Burt Reynolds' autograph.
Well, if you take a look at this now, ladies and gentlemen,
I wonder if what he wrote there. Did he just
Watch this.
scribble, or did he actually write Burt
He's
Reynolds?
unaware.
Oh, his license plate says stunt.
well, 'cause he's known for it. Now watch the bike now, ladies and gentlemen. Unaware that he put a wire on the bike.
Ah, the old William Tell overture.
Now just take a look at this now.
I like how they show the cord uncoiling.
Well,
It breeds anticipation.
now watch this.
I think that's what Hitchcock called the MacGuffin. Now, is this the Pacific Coast Highway? I wonder what this is. This is look like where a mad world might
Now
have been
this,
shown.
ladies and gentlemen, is the famous Paolino Club.
Yeah, those were the days.
I don't even know if they have clubs like this anymore.
Yeah, they used to about 8 months ago.
Well, this was out in California, wasn't it?
Yes, I do miss the pubs. I'll tell you. There's Terry Bradshaw.
Well, here's where you're going to see some of the great actors,
I think that's Jim Plunkett.
you know,
the Patriots.
in this classical movie. Again, that's what makes this movie.
He's a right muffin. Look at that shirt. He's wearing a Zoom shirt. Touchdown! Oh! It's not a rugby ball. That's all right. I didn't catch the pass. Oh, now this guy's a character actor.
Okay,
Right?
that's what, again, that's
Longest
what makes
yard.
these movies.
He must be a friend of Reynolds, the bald fella.
I would say so.
You must know his name, Jeff, do you?
I don't know his name, but
This is what, again, a very classical scene in the movie Hooper.
you know, he
Watch.
just plays a goon.
All
in
right,
every
it's
movie.
going to start.
Yeah. Remember he says, yeah, I want to play when they find out they're playing the guards.
Just watch now.
If you look quick, you could notice there's no roof on this club.
No, there isn't.
Oh, here we go. Deep.
It's a drink. They come from Houston.
50 cents to play a song.
Excuse me. I got you 50 cents.
That's a great line.
Yeah.
Oh, the SWAT. Ooh. Women
Excuse
aren't
me,
funny.
I'll get
They
you
aren't
50
funny at
cents.
all.
Now, didn't Joan Jett say it only costs a dime to play your favorite song on
Yeah.
a jukebox?
Yeah. With her back against the record machine. Oh, here we go. He's going to get the 50 cents back.
Well, just look at that helmet now.
Terry Bradshaw's wearing a Zoom shirt. Did you ever catch that?
I know.
Come on and zoom, 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 zoom.
That's another golden classic.
Here we go. I saw Mr. Rassani do this in a slot machine at the Tangiers,
Well,
1986.
that's an old school jukebox. Okay. The end, the raid, the guy looks like,
You know, the bald guy looks like, do you remember the old Don't Litter commercial? Chief Iron Eyes, I think, was his name. Remember he would cry that the lone tear coming down the cheek?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that Indian
Iron Eyes
chief.
Cody was his name. Look it up, folks. Google it. Wikipedia it. Iron Eyes Cody. Oh, boy.
okay now, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, all he did was, I mean, really, he just opened his shirt.
Well, again, that's what makes this movie what it does.
Now, that was a great stunt right there. That looked real.
They're trained,
Oh,
ladies
boy.
and gentlemen, to do these things.
Here we go.
And then you'll hear the background music.
Now, you
We're
can see the
definitely in
helmet
trouble.
miss just a little bit there. Not to nitpick, but, oh, great shot.
Now here's where they mix it up.
I say this is one of the best, classic fight scenes in cinema history, I think. Because
Well-
you've got to figure everybody in this shot is a oh, here
Watch
we go.
this. See, he takes the pool
Oh.
stick.
Here's his secret weapon.
The belly.
Is that a good punch or what? Just look at the fighting in this. Look at everyone go at it.
You got to figure everyone is a stuntman.
Well,
I like the fact that she's eating a baked potato and not a salad. I like that.
everyone's just going at it, yakking it up, fighting, again. They put a lot of thought and work into this movie.
This looks like Thanksgiving at your house, Quincy. Is this
Yeah.
is this how the night usually ends?
Gonna get those dukes.
Come on now. Is this good stuff or what? Just look at this.
They could have used the footage from the After Hours Christmas party last year.
I mean, this is very classic. Watch now. He's going to come in.
I thought he was going to say, I got a situation over here. Oh. I'd like to see him do that to Terry Bradshaw today.
Now, here's Uncle Bill coming in.
It's Super Hooper.
Isn't that classic? It's a bird. That's a plane. It's Super Hooper.
That was a kidney punch there.
Just look at that. Isn't that,
Oh, no, Marcus of Queensbury. Ooh. She plays that role really well.
now, another golden classic is going to come up. When the bouncers come in, watch. A lot of thought went into this stunt.
Oh,
That looks like Blair from The Facts of Life, actually.
It does.
great. Oh, good shot.
Watch this.
That bartender looked like Chris
This
Stapleton.
is one of my favorites. Watch this.
1,
2, 3.
taking out the trash. That's what they call this move, Quincy.
Isn't that good? Is that a good stunt or what?
That was a great scene.
That is one of the best.
Great scene.
The help they need and the faith. What was that now?
No, it's just an interesting fact I remember. Now, Hal Needham is the father-in-law of... Do you remember Elizabeth on 8 is Enough, Jeff?
I do.
She was a looker. She had this mane of hair.
Since I was
Yeah,
goddamn
she's
mom.
like the mother of the 80s mullet.
Oh, she is beautiful. You really enjoyed that.
Yes, I do. Come on now. Is that good stuff or what?
They're sitting in the garbage a little too long for my taste.
Well, that's the whole part of the stunt.
Well... See, they're like me. The party's not going to end because if I remember correctly, now they all go back to
The ranch.
Hooper's house and have more drinks.
Come on. Now, this is...
God, do I miss those days.
Well, that's what makes this movie everything. That's why I caught on to this.
That guy's familiar, too. I can't remember. He was in...
Why do you think this movie is what it
he
is?
plays like a villain in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I even remember like Cloak and Dagger with Henry Thomas, and he also played a villain in Cheech and Chong. Nice Dreams.
Oh, Hammerhead doesn't look quite the ticket.
No, he doesn't. Because, oh, what the hell?
Nice.
My house, yeah. See, this is where he shows some
I
of
think
his
that's
very
from The
classical
Great Waldo
stunts.
Pepper. I think that's actual footage from The Great Waldo Pepper. If I'm
Is
not-
that a good stunt or what?
That is, but I think that's a real stunt from a real movie. Oh,
It
boy.
probably is, ladies and gentlemen.
That's from
I am
Deliverance.
from Deliverance.
Yeah.
I love these stunts. You know, and here's where they reminisce.
I remember the first time I saw Deliverance uncut. Oh, boy.
Now, here's another classical. I love it when they start yakking up now.
Now, this looks like Thanksgiving at my house.
This is why Hooper makes it what it is. Draco and Hooper are going to sit there.
Jocko is sound asleep.
Not wrong. Just watch this now.
Ski's awake. You all right? I really don't like this mouse. I don't love it.
That would turn out a stunt.
I want to know who cleans this house when it's all over.
Never turned out good. I thought I will.
Ryan Keith looks like one of the gargantuas,
Die.
and row of the gargantuas right there.
Never turn out again.
Doesn't he? Remember War of the Gargantuas?
Perfect.
Brian Keith, rest in peace. Burt Reynolds, rest in peace. Jan Michael Vincent, rest in peace. Sorry to be a downer, but when you think about it. I think
Here's where they
Mr.
lounge.
Keith died at his own hand, if I remember correctly.
Well, why not have good times? It's so damn old. Sit there out in the rocket porch. Well, that's some nice memories. What the hell else is there?
I remember he said the same thing to Buffy and Jody on an episode of Family Affair.
Well, that's what he's known for.
Right.
He's known for Uncle Bill.
Which Mr. French did you like? The fat one or the thin one?
The fat one.
Of course, everyone did. Sebastian Cabot.
Sebastian Cabot, the original. Well,
I mean,
Mr.
I
Davis?
prefer the fat Elmer Fudd. Who didn't?
There you go.
Do you remember there was a fat Elmer Fudd?
That's
and a
right.
Thin Elmer Fudd.
West and Weewaxation.
Baloney. I'll show you. Take that.
Wubbish. Wubbish.
Yeah, piece of weewaxation, huh? Rubbish. Hey, take your.
well, these voices, they're different things. Everyone has flavored roles on these classical actors.
That's right.
See? Just look at these two.
They don't make furniture like that anymore either. All the chairs now break.
Well, if you pay someone, they will make that. You pay them money.
That sandwich isn't getting any better, I'll tell you that right now.
Eat the sandwich later. Come on. Now,
Look at that, Jack Daniels for breakfast. Boy, it's been a long time.
well, you're going to find out in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, what too much of that does. When they return to the set.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, this is something you're going to learn.
From
Learn, my daughter?
Well, you're not going to learn what washing down Percocets, what Jack Daniels does in this film. I'll tell you
you're going to
that.
learn. You're going to learn in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Watch.
Okay. I'm watching and I am learning.
Well, no, you're going to see it. For Christ's sake, they get married.
Bull and Quincy, they're not getting married.
They got to get married, for Christ's sake. Yeah.
Yeah. Turn into Edward G. Robinson all of a sudden.
You're a horny son of a bitch.
They could have put Robinson in this film if he was alive. When are you going to marry my daughter, see? When are you going to do another stunts, honey?
This wouldn't have been a bad role for Nick Nolte either.
Oh, as Jocko? Yeah. Good one. Can you imagine the
wanted to
horror if
have
they
a
tried to
baby.
remake this today? Justin Bieber would be the Burt Reynolds.
Okay, now
role.
watch. Now watch now, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you learn from too much Jack Daniels. When they call the medic,
Okay. Who was talking to you?
medic, see? See where he takes the headache?
I think he was drinking
much,
bare
A
aspirin.
little of that.
Sonny, are you a man that appreciates talking horses?
Mr. Red is the only talking horse that I can figure out.
I've had enough of you drunks. What's with the turquoise jewelry? Somebody was selling it on the set.
Well, that's what they were in these movies here. Come on now, they're stuntmen. They like to.
Breakfast burrito.
Okay, here's where they get acquainted and come to work.
I still think that's a Cobra Kai patch.
Yeah, a breakfast burrito is very willing to make you barf after when you're hungover.
Yeah.
Hooper.
Now, here's
Now
a
this-
very important part
This is a. Is this the?
where they get acquainted.
That the General Lee? No.
No, that's not the General Lee, but it's the same color.
Oh boy, here we go.
Boring, boring, boring.
Dear. That's an eye roll. Ski. Ah. He's a right peppermint, that one.
Yes, he is. Gives me time to get over my hangover.
Oh, here
Now,
we go.
Here we
Quincy's favorite part of the film.
go. Now, is this a birthday cake, or is this a birthday cake that's coming up?
That's the question, ladies and gentlemen. I try to honor. Oh, look at him. He looks like an Indian. Jesus.
Another good
Lungs on
stunt.
her.
Now, watch this.
I don't think he enjoyed that as much as he was supposed to. Maybe if Charles Nelson Riley burst out of that box.
Paul Lund, maybe?
Now, just watch this stunt, ladies and gentlemen. A golden classic.
I thought you were going to say a golden shower.
Well, it's a golden shower with gasoline. They're going to say this. Remember, that's gasoline in there.
Who needs
Sonny.
that?
Just watch now.
Now they happen to have that foil blanket.
Well, that's how they insulate them from the fire. Come on now, is this good old school stunts or what now?
I think this is the same set that they shot Sound of Music on.
It probably is.
He bit her right on the ass.
This is where they make these golden classic movies. Come on now, is this good stuff or what?
This is good stuff. I'll admit that's good stuff.
Now another very important clip, Bobby Bats. See how Roger just stays on top of everything? Doesn't even...
Do you like Roger?
Yeah.
Oh.
Come on. Roger and Hooper, that's what makes this Bobby Bats.
and Ruti.
Yeah, I like Roger just as much as I like Tote from Raiders.
Exactly.
Just look at that. Look at the way they clash.
Look at the way he fondles that lens. I don't like him.
Bobby Bats.
Bobby Bats. Wasn't he on The Sopranos or The Goodfellas?
See, just look at the way
was Billy
Roger
Bats,
is
yeah.
very direct.
What's he playing with? Keychain or what is that? Watch
Yeah.
fob? Ah. Only Reynolds could get away with looking in the camera. Look at that.
Well, that's what makes Roger, what he is in this
I
classic
bet in the
movie.
theater, when that switched from that scene to this scene, everyone in the theater went, my eyes.
Well, if you look hard, you'll see sets like this.
Action.
You know? They don't make sets like this or cameras like that anymore.
They don't make flared trousers like that either. Oh, here we go.
This is, again, old school cameras and all.
I was just thinking of an old schoolyard routine we used to play called Stuntman back in the day.
Let's go there, David. Move it.
I'll have to tell that on the show sometime.
Now, see the tall building that they use in this?
Yes, I see it.
They're going to say
Wonder if that building's still there. You know how they go back to movie
they
sites?
don't make buildings that tall anymore.
What?
That's just what they're going to say. I could damn at this age. But again, no, they don't make buildings that tall anymore. Sure they do. You look hard, you can get a tall building.
Now, what's he doing right now? What do they call that?
Climbing down the building on a rope.
It's called repelling. He's repelling.
Well,
Oh, you're right, Quincy.
see how it repels down on the rope?
Ah,
But you have to make sure that the rope doesn't kink.
Kinky.
And they do a very special stunt here with the guns. Come on,
man,
that
they
is-
rip off some James Bond music there, Jeff, don't you think?
Right. Now, I recognize this building from the movie Demolition Man. There was a shootout.
Ah,
that's
So
good
that's just
stuff
Stallone.
now.
that's pretty good. That's a true movie fan. Some people recognize actors. Jeff recognizes
See,
the
look at his
edifices.
coat now. The Firebird. I'd like to have another.
Okay.
Come around him out. Show him.
You know what we should have done? We should have dubbed
Sure,
all
no,
of
man, that's-
Jan's lines in with you doing your Jan imitation.
Now in this now, he's going to look in his mirror, just like as he wakes up, starts his morning. Another very classical stunt that's coming up.
I love how he thinks he's fat in this scene. We should all be this fat.
And
Do you wear underwear like that?
no,
Ooh, that really unnerved you right there, didn't it?
I think it matters for color underwear.
Well, not so much the color, but the style. Briefs, Y fronts, they call them. Change the subject, Doc.
Well, what I loved about this movie, and I still love it,
The underwear?
oh, the stunt. Watch. The drama is what goes into these stunts. They're going to start, and I love the dinner jackets.
And
Come
the
on.
underwear.
Just look at the dinner jacket, and
Have you ever worn a dinner jacket to dinner?
Yeah.
You learn something every
Little
day.
air in the airbag would help, numbnuts.
There we go.
Ugh.
I used to have a Texas Rangers cap.
It's going to go 224.
Well,
See? Break another
that's
record.
how you break a record.
He breaks a lot of records in this movie. Now watch now.
There's
I
those
love it
women.
when he goes into the helicopter. Maybe one day, if we you get a helicopter and an airbag, this is a very classical stunt.
You should talk to Mr. Astani about that. I bet you he could get a chopper for you.
Well,
Would you jump out of it?
of course I would. He's going to say Geronimo,
Stupid question.
go onto the airbag. This is very good entertainment.
Oh,
Come on, this goes up. He's going to come in. Pull me in, Jeffrey.
that was close.
He's in the denim jacket. I'm going to keep this son of a bitch.
Now, why are they chasing him? You think he skipped out on the bill?
Was chasing him. He's a stuntman. See? Watch. See the way he goes up with the guns and everything?
Oh, here we
to
go.
make this movie again, it's a special stunt. He's going to escape now from the helicopter. Say, Geronimo!
All right, wait a minute. But they just chased him onto this chopper, and the chopper took off with him. Now he's jumping out of the chopper. What am I missing?
You're not missing anything. This is the
Is
important...
this another thing he does for those kids?
Yes.
He's
The
out of his
stunt.
mind.
Watch. This is a very...
He should be holding a balloon in this scene. Then it would work.
This
Whee!
he's going to say, Geronimo! And go into the airbag. Just look at that stunt.
Yeah, that's,
Look at the detail, the way he falls.
Yeah. Well, that is a good one.
It is a good one
I still don't understand why he went through all that trouble to get on the chopper just to jump off it.
to do that stunt. Just look at that.
But the finished movie isn't going to have that airbag in it.
Yes, it is. You can get an airbag like that.
He
Look,
doesn't understand movie within a movie.
when you love to go on an airbag like that,
It's very dirty, for one thing. It's filthy.
it's a stunt airbag. And he's going to go visit the doctor.
Sound like Ralph Cramden talking about his mother-in-law. It's a stunt airbag.
I'm going to see the doctor. Just watch now.
That it knocked a tooth loose when he landed.
Well, all the stunts he does, he falls on the back.
And here's all the red meat you've eaten.
He's going to find out the X-rays, all the stunts he does. Can't keep bashing the bejesus out of his back and go walk around like a normal human being.
Look at he's reaching for something with this doctor. Yeah.
Hold up. He's going to say, I was really proud of that operation. The average man would last him a lifetime.
Who is this doctor?
Why do you keep on screwing up all my good work?
He's a right ginger, isn't he? He looks Irish. Catch him, Sonny. He'll give you his pot of gold. Look at him. He's wearing his Harvard tie. Yeah, like
Well-
he went to Harvard.
Well, see how the doctor's very realistic?
I wouldn't say that at all. I'm more of a realistic doctor than he is.
Well,
He's got a mole. Someone that he knows couldn't take care of that.
he had to operate the Hooper because all the times he's gone in there, because he bashes the bejesus out of his back.
Probably, find a guy that looks kind of like Jerry Reed, will you? So
I'm a
that's what they
U.S.
did.
male. Jerry Reed was the only person ever to tell Elvis to go crap on his hat.
Did not
Who'd
know
you
that,
love
but I
Jerry
can
Reed
believe.
as?
He wanted the publishing rights to one of his songs,
Who would you
which
love
meant
Jerry
Elvis
Reed
would make
as?
all the money. What's that?
Jerry Reed. Come on.
He's asking your favorite role.
Oh, well, in Smokey and the Bandit. Snowman.
Very good.
Snowman.
The Snowman.
And Fred.
And Fred. That's what Burt.
A lot of people like Jerry Reed as the Snowman, but I appreciate him in a movie called The Survivals. The Survivors. Him and Robin Williams.
You like that?
Ah.
Yeah,
I remember
played
that.
he played a bad guy. He played a
Yeah.
robber and everything that chased Robin Williams and Walter Matthau all the way to the survivor camp to kill them.
Wow.
Now,
I do remember that. He's a very convincing.
drama. Here's what makes this movie.
What, the
All the
can of
drama is
tab?
going to come up now. From the comedy to the drama.
Oh,
Watch.
the film takes a serious turn, is what you're saying.
Yes. This one, one of the very much things I love about this movie. The director.
Do you know how
The
many people
writer-
I've seen walk off after hours the same way?
This is why what makes this movie what it is.
Watch.
Drama is now going to take effect.
Oh, shoot him.
See how he knocks?
He sent a message with that one.
So here comes here comes Max.
There's a horse's head in my bed. Any of you guys know anything about it? Look at
gonna
him.
have
He's
Rock-
going to town on his pockets.
See how the drama now starts up quickly. It takes, like you said.
Look at this guy over his shoulder. He hasn't directed a couple of pornos in his day, has he? He heard me.
Just watch this now. Okay, we got another. What Burt chick would call you? Bang on Sally Louie.
You know, that reminds me of something, Quincy. If you could, okay. Burt had two women in his life that we know of that were quality. Lonnie Anderson and Sally Field.
Right?
Jeff, who do you pick?
Oh, I would definitely go with Sally Field.
Quincy? Lonnie Anderson or Sally Field? Who floats your boat?
Sally.
3 for 3, Sally Field. I never cared much for Lonnie, especially if you put her next to Sally Field. Right?
Yeah, I mean, look at Lonnie Anderson's haircut. Now, that is the Lonnie Anderson haircut.
Right.
Nobody else in the world had that. And I mean, that's the Lonnie Anderson do.
Right.
I mean, Sally Field can pull off any do. Sally just had the body. Oh,
She
come
did.
on.
She really did.
You just
Cute
gotta-
as a button.
Sally, you gotta love her. From Frog to Gwen. Again, the drama starts up quickly, as you're gonna notice.
So I can almost tell you, when it came to Marianne or Ginger, you were Marianne.
Oh, yes.
Yep. How about you,
It's hard to tell. I think that someone was talking about me. I
Mrs.
can't
Howell? Because she'd mother you, give you steak sandwiches and milk, powder your bottom.
Yeah. Come on now. Because he had money, but the professor was good in that. Now,
Or, do you remember the show Lonnie Anderson was on?
WKRP.
And what was Bailey or Lonnie Anderson? Who would you go for?
Oh, well, who was Bailey? Was that Tawny Katane or something like that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so, but she just was more of a plain Jane. Lonnie is almost too glamorous. She looks like she'd break. Jan Smithers.
Dan
Thank
Smithers,
you from
ladies and gentlemen.
the pantry. You notice how we sort of went off track as soon as the film took a dramatic turn?
Well, you're gonna find out.
What am I going to find out?
$50,000.
I'm impressed.
$100,000. $50,000 for Ski. $50,000 for me.
No, interesting note, Quincy. $100,000 in today's money is equal to $400,000 then. So that's quite a payday that they're getting for this stunt.
Of course it is.
But if, people of today would look back and go, you're risking your life for $50,000 each? Sorry.
Why not?
But I'm just trying to make a point.
Oh, well, I would,
This guy looks worn out. Look at him. He's been through the ringer.
here's the classical Roger. Why don't you, Tony?
He's what you call a toady, that little guy. Look at him.
Okay, here comes Short Legs.
Oh, boy.
All right, now this stunt here, you gotta love this. You have to be trained to do a stunt like this.
Remember those old buttons on the cars? You could go in with a coat hanger and pull them up?
I remember that. It's gonna scare the living crap out of the director here, out of the assistant director.
What do you think his role is on the film? He's
Just
probably
watch.
the best boy, or the
Now
grip.
watch this classical,
Classical gas.
yeah. Now look at this stunt here, the way this was designed. Timing.
Just happened to be moving a spindly wall.
Well, again, it's called timing. And so are you.
Newmans.
I don't think so. Yeah, I love West Ends.
I think that window was used in The Jerk.
You might be right.
Woo! That's what they call airborne.
Yeah, that car looks like the same model that the bootleg Dukes of Hazzard drove.
Yeah.
Coy and Vance.
Mesa lumber. Mesa in Spanish, it means table.
Is it?
Yep.
Now watch this. They flip the car over. Is this good stuff or what?
They scared the hell out of those horses, didn't they? Damn! Looks like Starsky and Hutch's car.
Maybe it does. Now, drama is about to come up now in this,
Oh,
ladies
that's
and
right,
gentlemen.
yeah.
They get very emotional. This, again, what makes this,
What do you think she weighs? About 84 pounds right there.
in those days, probably.
Just carry her like a six-pack. You know who else Reynolds was involved with?
Who's that?
Dinah Shore. He said she was the love of his life.
What, in a dinosaur show?
Yeah. She was older than he was, but they were involved.
But that was like way long before this, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dinah Shore was old school, like way long before Hooper.
Yeah. Well, you know, everyone, you know, things he did things before this movie, you know.
That's true.
Yeah. You know, you really do appreciate her talent as an actress. She's probably given it her all right there.
Well,
Yeah, she's very believable.
Yeah.
In anything that she does.
Yeah.
I mean, even the clown, that clown movie, Mrs. Doubtfire, she was believable. in
That's
that.
right. Yeah, she was.
just look at the coat now he wears in this.
You like that coat, huh?
Ah, yeah, gotta love. Okay, Burt, was that, what was this week? Okay, Burt wears a Stuntopio. Does Burt wear a Stuntopio?
Now, Topio is an Italian codpiece. I don't know if he wears a stunt Topio, but do you think he wears like a stunt toupee?
Is that a dinner bell?
Well, that's a good question, ladies and gentlemen. Does he wear that? That's a good question.
That is a question. I think they're both wearing fake hair. That would have been good if he just went over and to wake him up. Ding, 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 ding. Threw a whole load of pancakes right on his chest.
It's hard to tell if he wears the Topio.
I'll tell you right now, if I ever have a stroke, I hope to look as good as he looks because, trust me, if he just had a stroke, he wouldn't be having this conversation right now. He'd be drooling soup. Oh, boy.
Well, this is good acting. Again, this
Well,
is
that's just it. They took some liberties with the script. But he is sweating, though,
Well,
which
yeah.
I like.
because He just had surgery. What's that? Look at his leg.
Oh, that's great.
He's a good actor in this movie.
French, where's Sissy? Where's Buffy? Where's Jody? They're all dead.
Well, come on now. Family Affair was way longer with Mr. French, and this came out. I mean, what year was Family Affair?
Oh, I don't know. 60s, 70s. All good things happen in the 70s. I'm convinced.
And this movie, was it in the same,
What?
in the 70s, right?
1978.
There you go. So come on now, you gotta give him credit. He deserves. Okay, another very important. Eat the sub. Okay. Delicious.
You didn't eat the paper, did you?
A little bit at a time. Well, I enjoyed the
See,
movie.
there's a fortune in there. It's a Chinese fortune. It says, today's your lucky day. Oh.
Yes, it is. Now, here's where it gets very realistic.
I will say that every time the movie takes a dramatic turn, we completely lose interest.
I love it. He says he's not going to do any more stunts.
Something
but that's where the
sticky all
drama
over my M&Ms.
starts up again.
I'm getting old. All over my Raisinets. Everyone, look at the movie takes a. You're eating a sandwich. I'm eating Raisinets, and Jeff's eating his Wonka bar.
This is where it gets very realistic, very drama coming up now.
How would it?
He's going to come home, and here's where the actor comes up. Roscoe! You know,
Doesn't
comes
he
up.
beat this guy up?
Just watch now. Here's what I love about this movie: that the drama comes up. Gwen is going
You
to
seem
fight.
to be the only one that likes when it gets dramatic.
Well, just watch now. I love it when the drama starts up in this. When they argue about the stunts. That's what makes Hooper what it is.
What?
Watch the drama. The drama.
The drama.
Yeah, come on. This is good drama. Gwen didn't have a clue that they were going to do the stunt, and that's how come this makes it what it is.
Did he just drop the F-bomb?
No.
I still say that's a Cobra Kai patch.
Maybe it is.
Well. Well.
See? Just watch now. Good stuff coming up. Fire you, fire me.
That was my deal when I came onto the show, you know.
Oh, yeah?
They fire you, they fire me.
It's like a nut and bolt. You can't have one without the other, right?
That was a good deal.
So watch now. Gwen is going to come in. What's that?
I wonder why they named her Gwen.
Gwen?
Yeah.
It's just a good name.
No, it isn't. It doesn't really roll off your tongue. You know,
Sure it does.
it's not an easy name to say.
It's short
Gwen.
for. Well, it's short for Gwendolyn, which
Right.
is an even uglier name.
Yeah. She doesn't look like a Gwendolyn.
Sure she does.
No, Gwen is a tough name to say. Try say
It is not.
Gwen.
Gwen.
It sounds like your reaction to a bad flavor. Oh, Gwen. Oh. That sub. Gwen.
I'm being the name Gwen.
See, you don't even say it right.
Gwen.
Did I get some of those gummies? I think I might have.
Is this good drama or what? See, just look at the
Yeah,
way they-
we're all enthralled. You should throw an ashtray and just miss her. Whoa!
That was just a light punch, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, you were right. This was the drama you were talking about.
That's why I love this movie.
Yeah, that's a light punch. It's the way you hit your friend. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. You can get away with that.
You know, man, but the man, you would have hit a lot harder.
Uncle Frank gave me a sock one night, right in the jaw, right in the kisser, as you say in America. Oh, still feel it.
And here's where he tries to just run away from his troubles.
The old Palomino to the rescue.
Back to the Palomino Club. Isn't this, he has a drink or two, and the bartender comes up. But the bartender can tell he was he's had a few.
You don't drink, do you?
No. But I love to play the part.
Ah.
You know, and just like they're all in there. This is a big town, is it? Los Angeles is a big town.
You do that well. You're like Jackie Gleason.
Yeah. Okay, another important part is coming up. I think, okay. Answer that question for the audience.
You know, a viewer once remarked that you look like the older brother from Simon and Simon.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Simon. Well, that was a good show.
I think the viewer's name was Dennis.
I just remember.
Yeah, well,
That
did
was
you
a-
like Simon and Simon?
I liked
Yeah.
it.
You do look like the older brother.
Well, thank you. Simon and Simon, they were twins. I guess that show was about that. They were officers, weren't they? Detectives.
Well, they weren't identical twins, but they were twin brothers.
I
One
never
was a
saw the
little
show.
older. But I enjoyed it.
What year? What are we talking? This has got to be an 80s show.
Well, all these classics came out in the same time frame.
I would say 1982,
There you
1983
go.
was
well,
Simon and
that's when
Simon hit
TV
the airwaves.
Movies
Jeff's
and
on
shows
point.
in the 80s, right? But they don't make shows like this anymore.
Well, look who you're named after, Quincy.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of my favorite shows from the 80s.
What's your favorite show?
Quincy.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah, Quincy? Yeah, the medical examiner?
Pelham. Jack Pelham.
I love that. Sure.
Jack
Got-
Klugman.
Gotta love Jack Clement
Yeah.
After,
that's what I meant.
after The Odd Couple. Like he's Quincy, the medical examiner.
It's funny you should mention that. I just started rewatching The Odd Couple from the first episode. Probably one of the great all-time classic
It is,
sitcoms of all time.
The neat freak versus the slob. That's what makes it what it is.
I remember one time Oscar had ruined something Felix was baking. And Felix said to Oscar, "Why don't you bake your stomach?"
One episode of that, a good old dish jockey was in that.
Great line.
Huh?
Well, The Odd Couple, there was a dish jockey, a wolf named Jack.
I'm not to interrupt you, but I like when she's in the kimono. Don't you?
Well, they were, again,
A little Japanese robe. Don't you have a kimono?
no, I don't have a kimono. Now,
You want one, though.
no, thank you.
You wouldn't wear one of those? If I got you one from Japan, a real kimono?
No, I like the clothing, the tuxedo shirts, the coats.
No, but when you're lounging around, when you're not performing, how do you like to relax?
This is it, ladies and gentlemen.
Not even a pair of flannel pajamas? Nothing?
Nope. I mean, come
You
on.
don't like T-shirts either.
No. I like the tuxedo shirts, the coats.
What if they gave you a T-shirt that had a tuxedo printed on it?
Nope. I like the tuxedo shirts. You know what? Just lounging, having fun in the tuxedo. Come on now, that's good stuff.
I know, but you just don't.
I love it. It's my style. Love entertainers wear in this and many other shows and movies.
Do you have pajamas? Do you sleep in
Nope,
this?
nope.
You sleep in these clothes?
Okay, here's one of my favorite.
There's a dodge right there.
Now,
Someone sleeps bare ass.
my friend showed me this when they went for a trip.
You know, I am a doctor. I figure things out.
Just
Sorry.
watch this. Drama.
Oh, more drama.
Come on, that's what makes this movie.
I want comedy. I want action. It's the
You're gonna
holidays.
get it. But before the action comes this drama. They start yakking it up.
I feel like that guy in the background right
Watch
there.
out. Okay, that's the Dukes of Hazzard. That's the Dukes of Hazzard, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Okay, just look at this.
That's the Dukes of Hazzard. Set. Oh,
That's the Dukes of Hazzard set. Just look at this.
another clue from the pantry. Did you catch that?
Yeah, it does look an awful lot like Hazard County, doesn't it?
It is a Warner Brothers film. He's right. Wow.
You're asking me the questions.
You're making me look ridiculous, and a man in my position can't afford to look ridiculous.
Well, you were asking me the questions during this interview. Why do I love this? And I'm telling you right now, this drama, this very drama that they're doing right now is why I love this movie. It was stupid. It was in the bank.
I think you're more fond of Roger than Hooper.
Oh, come on, now look at the two of them. Is that good stuff or what? Why do you
Look at
think
those
I love
two
this?
African Americans in the background. They're saying, these crazy white people.
Was not the two jive-ass guys from Airplane?
Just look at them. That's why I love this. The two of them are just going at it. They do not have roles like this, sets like this anymore.
How do you
can
think
build
I
a
feel?
set.
I had a horse's head in my bed.
Look at the way this town. You never
Orville
work in this town
Redenbacher wants
again,
his suit back.
unless they need you.
Oh.
Now they're at the Palomino Club again.
Rip Taylor would have been great in this movie with the confetti straws. Woo.
Again, no roof.
Look at it, no roof.
No roof in the Palomino Club.
See, but now right there, that's a perfect bar for COVID, right? I think so. Anyway. Yeah.
What's he drinking now? Hot stuff.
No, that right there looks like to be a very weak Bloody Mary.
Yeah, I'll have a drink.
Oh boy, if someone served me that Bloody Mary, I'd throw it right off the wall.
Yeah, I'll have a drink with him. See how we just.
Hey, look at that picture of that Mexican.
Is that good? You
That
like the
was,
Mexican?
I think he was in The Treasure of Sierra Madre, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's Jesse from the Uncle Jesse from the Dukes of Hazzard.
I stand corrected. Pinball machines, you don't see that very often
No,
anymore.
you don't. Again, that's another old school
Now, wait a
thing.
minute. Look at his hair right there. That's different from his hair in the rest of the film. That's different. This scene, I guarantee you, this scene was added post-production. They put this in after the film was wrapped.
Probably. Just look at the way you got the those old school pen mills and
Those pennants, you mean?
pennants. Okay, that's
Pennants and balloons. Waste of scenery.
why?
I don't want to see that when I'm drinking. It's distracting.
How is that distracting?
It looks like they're selling cars.
Well, that's how they put it in car lots.
Where do you think that Hooper belt is right now? Would you like to own that? That belt that says Hooper? That's pretty cool. Guess not.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't it be? This guy must just walk around in that suit for days.
It's a good suit.
Do you think he sleeps in that?
No. Unless he wants to. Don't get the stuff.
That's another hairstyle.
You tell Roger go sit on the short stick. See what happened to you, Max?
Ooh.
Used to be tough. Nobody could tell you, man, make a picture. But nobody could hide your pictures.
When was Max ever tough? When he was the colonel at Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh, come on. Look at that suit.
You think that's?
He looks like a mad scientist.
You really think it's Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Either that or Orville Redenbacher.
Yeah, Orville Redenbacher for sure.
All right, that maybe I could see that.
Maybe I'm just saying that because I'm in the mood for popcorn.
I
A movie with no popcorn is like
Jeff, you're right. I almost
without sunshine.
Okay.
And a
now,
day without sunshine is like night.
I think we've got a picture coming up. Okay. I'm nibbling at this up.
Good Lord.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see a very important part that's coming up now. The famous car that they use in this stunt. Just watch now. What kind of a car is this now that Burt Reynolds drives in this?
I don't know. Stunt car?
Well, a stunt car. It's a red.
Stunt car.
Just-
Whose house are they in right now?
Hooper's house.
Looks like John Quincy Adams' house down in Quincy. No. What's that noise?
Now, let's look at this car.
Oh, that's what's that? A Firebird, a Thunderbird? No, Thunderbird was the wine. That's a Firebird.
Well, is that a good-looking car? What? Look at the design on the hood on this car.
Yeah.
They're gonna
You know what movie I just saw recently? Corvette Summer.
see how they show.
Never seen that one.
Oh, you'd like that, Jeff. That's a good one. Check that out. It was on TCM a few weeks ago. Ah, King Kong. Did you know in New York every year they add the original King Kong on Thanksgiving? It was a tradition. If you grew up in New York, you'd see King Kong.
The Fay Ray version.
Yes, the original.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Every Thanksgiving.
Did it end this year?
Yeah, they
Okay.
don't do it anymore, no.
Now, I love it.
They go out and get drunk here.
Of course they do. And I love. There's a couple of good lines I love in this. First thing I say, now you just
Excuse
better
me?
hope that that cigarette lighter works.
Huh. They don't even have cigarette lighters in cars anymore. Did you know that?
Sure they do. Look
That looks like the flux capacitor, Mr. Rustani would say. Boy, that hat almost looks just like yours.
See, look at that bridge. Do they make bridges like that anymore?
Yeah. They make bridges better than that one now. I wonder if this is the...
geez.
Do you think they're standing by the River Kwai right now?
I think so.
You think so?
Put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. It's a piece of
Are
cake.
they not in California anymore? Look, it's freezing.
I'll buy you a drink. You don't drink, do you?
I mean, he's wearing gloves.
Right.
He doesn't drink, but it's a damn good time to start.
Oh, see, look at the design, the way they built the unit in that car. They're showing it.
Oh boy.
Now here's, remember you were asking me on the interview. Well, what the hell is it about stumping and their wives and their relationships? I don't know. It's a little like drinking and driving.
You know what?
Eventually, there's going to be a hell of a wreck.
You know what bothers me about this is it's clearly product placement for Coors, which is a good beer. Don't get me wrong, but I prefer the short, stumpy bottles as opposed to the cans. But no self-respecting beer drinker would put his beer on a picnic table.
Why not?
It's got to be packed in ice. Agreed? I mean,
They're just having
Well,
fun.
yeah. You know what? Another thing I realize about this in the beer is just Miller beer in general. You don't see regular Miller beer. I mean, light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, unless
Miller High Life, you mean?
Yeah, you just don't see regular Miller these
I
days.
got my hat on.
Well, yeah, you're right. This is the only thing I see with regular Miller High Life and everything.
tell
Everything
you.
else is light beer from Miller.
Miller High Life put out champagne bottles, 24-ounce champagne bottles of their beer this year for $2.49.
Hope you're right.
I'm sorry. Daddy, my hat blew off.
Hope your goddamn head was in it. Now here's we're gonna
People-
demonstrate the unit here in the car.
I like Burt's acting, but nobody can act drunk.
Well,
Oh, here we go. You goddamn son of a bitch. You hear what he called me? I think that cop was a woman at one time in his life. A very high voice.
you think it was a woman?
Yeah, transgendered.
I have to disagree with you there,
that
Doc.
good
When you
car
said
or what?
nobody can act drunk, you talk. Let's talk
Oh.
about Nick Nolte's career. Nick Nolte's career is nothing but one drunken act.
His voice in 48 Hours, remember?
Tony, do I have to do everything myself? Get those people out there! Call for help now!
Classic line. See, they're not in this. Where are they right now? Everyone's
Come on, they're in
freezing
the
their
town
asses
now that
off.
they're gonna blow up.
Yeah, but it's like all
I
of a
think they're
sudden.
on the set of Private Benjamin.
Yeah, or taps.
See the tire truck?
That's a big landmark. That tire truck. Had my
Look at that
confirmation
truck.
there.
Do you see that truck right now?
I do.
You have any more trucks like that?
Look at this guy. He's got a ski suit on.
See?
I want to know where they are right now. This is really bothering me.
Well, just take a look. Where do
they're
you
right
think
by
they are? They're in the-
57 cents a gallon.
They're in a town that they're gonna blow up.
Yeah, but I don't think they're in California anymore. Oh.
Where do you think this is made? Okay, hold up. This scene was shot in the South.
In the mouth. Oh, no, the South. You're right.
This scene was shot in the South.
I know someone who was shot in the mouth.
I don't feel like no shot in the mouth.
Okay, here's he gets out of the hospital.
Yeah, he didn't have a stroke.
I think they just did that for the movie.
Cobra Kai.
I'll take a stroke from her.
Here's where the wife learns how to appreciate the stuntman. One's all you get, Hoss. We're born ready.
That's a good one. I'm going to say that to the next person who waits on me at Dunkin' Donuts. Hold this for me while I'm going, right? I think you're right about Private Benjamin, Jeff.
That's another good movie. Private Benjamin. Now, is that a good flip or what?
And
Look at
that
the
was.
way-
I got to give it to you, Quincy. Wow, that station wagon's old. Has fly windows.
That stunt on the bikes has to be set up right. Another one, see? These are good stunts.
Yeah, you're right. Oh,
Right through the window. Again, gotta have the right motorcycle to do that. Now watch this. Boom.
this is pretty
love
cool.
it.
I mean,
Love it.
it is pretty cool. We're all being very quiet watching this.
See?
Impressive.
I love it. Yeah. They're right at the hospital now. See, look at this. Ambulance right into the...
I'm sorry, but as a doctor, that was perfect. You know how many patients I wanted to run over with an ambulance?
Telephone booth.
You don't see
Boom.
those that much anymore. This is.
See the
I remember
timing?
seeing this over and over. You're right. Classic timing.
Classic.
Wow. Ooh.
What a flip. That's going to be flipped about 3 or 4 times.
I think the Malachi brothers were in there. Or the Valachi brothers, was it?
Probably.
They just happened to be driving explosives. Uh-oh.
Okay, here's with the drama. See? Your life is worth $50,000. It's the price you put up when you got behind this wheel.
$200,000 in today's money.
If you do not try to make this jump, you will never work in this town again. Is that? We're going now. We're going. Yeah, we're going. Woo!
Here we go.
Now look at this classical jump, ladies and gentlemen. Right over the gorge. That is good.
Better than the Snake River jump, I'll tell you.
And you got to land just right. See how they land? See, look at Roger. Very impressed.
Yeah, Roger.
For the first time ever, you see Roger very impressed as he comes down out of the helicopter.
You're still fond of Roger, huh?
Of course. Come on. Gotta love Roger. Gotta love Roger, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
Okay, now Gwen comes in.
Gwen.
See? She's very concerned about Sonny.
What other name could they have used for her? Susie?
Come on. What's wrong with Gwen?
Anything.
Cindy?
Cindy? Where do you get... Come on. Hey.
Euphigenia?
Even Stella.
Okay? Gets his round of applause.
Stunt, Stella. Anything's better than Gwendolyn.
Hey.
Thanks, Gwenny. Oh, look at her. She really delivers the goods,
Of course she does.
despite her bad name.
There's nothing wrong with Gwen.
You can't even say it right.
Gwen. Now Roger comes in, a very classical conclusion. Spectacular. Wonderful. I knew you could do it.
Ah, look at Adam West in the back there.
That's right. I never
What do
saw
you
anything
mean?
like it. It was wonderful.
Yeah, I can't talk.
Well, what can I say? It was wonderful. Tony, you're fired.
He's wearing a turtleneck. What a douche.
What's wrong with the turtleneck?
It's not a good article of clothing.
Sure it is.
No, No. Wow.
Now they're just observing the town that they blew up.
That's the River Kwai. Quincy and I decided why you were stepped out.
See? Now Roger compliments him.
I did not know that.
Wonderful. I knew you could do it. I never saw anything like it.
Oh, boy.
It was wonderful. But what can I say? It was wonderful. See, now
Oh, boy.
he tries to apologize.
He just did it to get the best out of him that he knew he could. I like that jacket, though.
Well, yeah, come on. That's a good jacket. That's a good Parker.
It would be good on the set of Spider-Man, too.
Yeah.
Well, look at Roger's jacket. You
No,
like that?
I don't like Roger's jacket. Roger's, that's a whole suit he's wearing. It's a jumpsuit.
Now watch this now. He's going to conclude with a punch.
Something tells me he looks in the camera here, Reynolds.
He does. Watch. Well, Roger, as usual, you're wrong.
Right in the camera.
Hey.
And they're going to sing the golden classical theme of this movie. Nothing like the life of Hollywood stuntman.
Hey, thanks for
Nice.
including us, Burt.
Now, is that good entertainment?
Sally Field as who?
Gwen. I am now. I'm just observing.
He's nibbling. Norm Grabowski was Hammerhead.
Now, here's where we look at the cast. Find out who's who.
Ray Bickle.
There's no pickles.
G.G. Allen was a crew member. I didn't know that.
Well, let's take a look at now. Some of the
Neither did I.
actors in this.
Hey, Rick was played by Robert Hackman.
Okay.
Laura Lizer Summers was the barmaid. I'm Laura Lizer Summers. Look at that, Jerry and Stan Barrett. You ever notice when you look at stuntmen in films, a lot of them have the same last names? A lot of brothers and fathers and sons. Gary Eppa, Tony Eppa. Gary Eppa, Tony
got-
Eppa. Buddy Joe Hooker, Hank Hooker, Hugh Hooker,
Now, these good
Ace
stunts.
Moore, Benny Moore. Stuntmen's Association of Motion Pictures Incorporated. Wow. Society of Professional Stunt Women. Black Stuntmen's Association of Hollywood. Well, now that wasn't Burt Reynolds. These are out-
Burbank Studios. I know. Plenty of films shot there.
See, now they're just
was-
showing
I-
us some of the best stunts in this.
This was quite enjoyable.
Yes, it is.
I bet that's Hal Needham's daughter.
You think so?
She looked like it. Well,
Hooper was sung and written by Bent Migan. Have you ever met anyone with the first name Bent?
No, I can't say I have.
He was bent for the rent, just like
Bent?
the Spinal Tap album.
Spinal Tap?
Oh, yeah. He didn't sell that punch very well, I don't think.
Sure he did.
Well, you are a staunch defender of Roger, aren't you?
Come on, gotta love Roger.
Now, here's what's wrong with this film. Roger, balloons. End of story.
You gotta love the director, Roger.
You don't have to. I don't have to.
Well, everyone has their own opinion. Come on.
That's the beginning and end of it, right?
You
there.
gotta, in this movie, again, why do you think Hooper is what it is, ladies and gentlemen? Between Roger and Hooper, the way they just two go at it.
sub.
Drama is made. The way
All right. We all know. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, Jeff, what do you give Hooper?
I would give. I think an 8.
Yep.
give it a 10.
10. Yeah, I would go with Jeff. Like, right, 8.5.
This needs a 10.
It would have gotten a 10. There were too many balloons. Too many.
10.
Too much. That little kid and the balloons ruined the movie for me.
It did not.
Wingtip shoes, huh?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. The balloons are for the kids because Hooper and I and Roger have a lot in common. For the kids,
Where do you think that kid who was in the movie is today? Where do you think he is right now?
wherever he wants to be.
You always come up with the best answer.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, time to wrap it up now. Conclusion, I hope you enjoyed our Hooper party. If time to go home, We wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Drive carefully.
Well, why don't you tell, if the fans want to see us watch another movie sometime, send in some suggestions.
Send the address. Send the address to where this film came out with.
Follow us on Twitter. Put up your suggestions.
Yeah.
Or do we have to watch Hooper every year?
Well, let us not like Burt Reynolds is not the only Hooper. Let us pay homage to the other Hoopers, like Matt Hooper from the Richard Dreyfuss from the Oceanographic Institute, and let's go back to Sesame Street, Mr. Hooper's
Mr.
store.
Hooper. Or Looper.
Yep. We can't forget about that Hooper. But let's I just want to pay my respects to all the Hoopers.
All the Hoopers
world.
in the world.
All the Hoopers of the.
Well, these were golden classics in the times.
Thank you for
Right.
inviting us, Quincy.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Thanksgiving. Again, drive home carefully, and we hope to talk to you soon.
There's nothing like the life of a Hollywood stockman, stockman, stockman.